What's up? It is time for the next live stream, and we are back here to work out what we are doing next. So if you remember, on Friday we started building out this world, and we've let the agent run. Now what happened was that Codex actually crashed overnight, and when I restarted it, it has a really annoying bug, which means that every time it has a thing that it needs permission for, it will ask for permission. And what more is, even though that you press give full access, it does not give full access. It just keeps on going. This means that the whole autonomous process of building out this system is kind of flushed out down the drain. So it just doesn't work anymore without that I sit and babysit this thing. And that's really pissing me off. So we talked about yesterday building out a place where we could do work better, and so I'm now completely determined this is what we're going to do, and we're going to look at a few of the successful people in this space. Let me just pull somebody up here who I think deserves a bit of attention, because he's actually doing really well. Just give me a second here to find him. Cool. So this guy here, Max Blade, he's all over the place with all sorts of things around what he's been building. So he's first building Get Clippo, and now he's building something called Canvas, a Mac OS app for managing several agents at once. Now this is not exactly what we want to do, but we do want to take some inspiration from what he has done, right? And so he's basically done really well for himself with getting to 36K in a little over a month, and his Twitter or X account has blown up with some 20K followers, and the same counts for his YouTube channel. Now, what I really like about what this guy has built is this canvas idea, and it basically solves one of the key things that I've been missing, which is making sure that you have a lot of visuals. Now, I think the thing that I don't think is so interesting is the multi-agent aspect of this, because that's, in my world, basically a solved problem. I can pretty much max out my plans, both with Claude and with Codex, without having to run more than a few agents. So that's really not the bigger thing for me. Now, what I do think is interesting here is the whole idea of having something, basically having an agent workspace. We talked about this briefly yesterday. And so what if we would make an agent workspace with these windows? So we're basically building out a window manager, and each of the windows is a programmable plugin similar to the extensions that you have in Chrome. Now, what would this mean? First of all, you could do the same thing as Max is doing here. You would be able to run an agent, but more importantly, you would be able to build out a system whereby you could have specialized app for generating graphics, for generating guides, for generating all of the things that you want. And I think that is really a thing that I've been missing, because a lot of times I feel overwhelmed by the text. If we go back to the amount of text that you get in these things, right? If we go back to some of the stuff we have done here, we have a thumbnail generator here, but actually the first thing you see is a whole bunch of text, and your artifacts are nowhere to be found, right? Then you need to click the right link. No, not that one. And it couldn't open the file. And doesn't work. So you see what I'm saying here, right? You have all this text, and basically your artifacts are nowhere to be found. And that's actually a very good question. What did happen to my artifacts? Where did they go? I don't know. Images are gone from this thread. This might be related to the crash that I had. So basically what happened was that my hard drive went out of space because of Time Machine, and Codex decided to clean this mess up on its own. That resulted in a bunch of files destroyed, and where did music go? a whole bunch of files got destroyed, and my computer froze, and I lost a ton of work. So I'm not really too thrilled about that. Let's just allow this one. Now, getting back to this one, we'll have to ask it where it has put all of the artifacts. And then also what happened to our music that has just disappeared. And what they do is, so, okay, I forgot to put my microphone on. Let's redo this one. I'm so sorry about that. Oh my god, this is a hard day. Okay, so I am building out this funnel where you have XP and Google Ads searching for people to get to join Compound Coders. The way it does that, or it's meant to do that, is that it leads them to this free guide. This will either lead them further onto 10 guides or get them into a paid subscription. And with that, there is some self-training that they can go for and buy. And then there's a premium version where they call me and we figure out some training for them at various price points. Right, this is the system we're building out for getting some people inside. Now, doing this is a lot of work and it requires a whole bunch of things. So I'm running the lead pages I'm running as an MCP. We demonstrated that yesterday where we set up this page for, let's see, for OneUp. Right, so we made this lead page here, which did pretty well as such. We still need to get it slightly better, but all in all, it did a pretty good job. I want the spacing to be slightly less between the headlines, and we can actually go ahead and just do that now. In the headlines, the spacing between the lines is too large. Could you make that smaller, please? Thanks. Right. But the problem with all of this is that we have so many little things that we're working on at once, where it would be great to be able to get all of these assets so we get to see the web page as we're working on it. We get to do all sorts of other things. Now, the way we're going to do this is we are going to build out a new system. And the new system will look like this. So you have your canvas here, and then inside the canvas, you'll have this, let's call it a TypeScript console. And the TypeScript console inside this, so we have a window here. We'll control these windows. So we add a command saying maximize window. And then we add an agent that interact with this TypeScript. And then on top of that, we're going to add the voice interface. So that's pretty much the idea. And I think that's what we're going to build out. At the same time, we'll be building out this this world where people can meet up. So when you join the live stream, you'll be able to join and get into the world that we're building out. And then we will be using this system for developing it. This will help. So we'll build this out in a way where we can use this for also, where we can use it for coding, for sound generation, for artifact generation in general. And with that, we will have a system that will help us out in basically running this whole business. So that the end goal here is to have an AI-enabled business. We're going to be able to call the agent up and just hear how's it going with running our business, get some answers, and then have a great day. So that's pretty much the plan. Getting back to this, so you see the annoyance here. This, even though that we just pressed this one, we've just confirmed it, it keeps on asking. And that's the core problem one of the core problems we want to solve. Okay, let's see what it's done on the page here. Nice. Now it has adjusted the spacing. So that looks pretty good now. I like the purple color. It's a little bit intense here, but so was the previous one. Right, and this is basically what we made yesterday for what we believe that this is going to be. And basically what we want to do is we want to make something that is useful for non-coders, something that normal people would actually want to use. I think a good person to be the audience for this is my wife. And so the whole idea is you should be able to speak naturally and then just watch things happening in front of you. And ideally, let's see, do I have them here? Okay, yeah. Ideally, I would want to be able to sit in my massage chair with these glasses on and just speak. Oh, with these glasses on and just speak to the AI. And not have to do a lot of coding. Cool. Let's see. Getting back here, it now wants us to okay. So this is really, if there would be anybody from OpenAI watching along, please fix this because it's super annoying. It's not going to be a problem for me much longer, but until I'm done with this, it is a problem. Okay. Let's see. No matching runner. I wonder I'm wondering if our JetLab runner has died. That's a very good question. Let's just bring down a terminal here. And then ask Claude to fix this. Let's see what comes out of that. Oh, bloody hell. /login. I don't know what's up with Claude these days, but I seem to have to log in quite a lot. It's almost tedious. Let's see. Oh no, it's not almost tedious. It is pretty tedious. So this is great. The runner is running and basically everything should be fine. Maybe... Yeah, okay, so Codex chose to fix that itself, it seems like. Alright, well, at least it's fixed now. Now, one of the things you'll notice in how I'm running these things is that it does this self-review. And so basically it has these review artifacts where it checks whether it can find any P1s or P2s according to some definition. And so the way that this whole system works is it's doing what's called a red team, blue team technique. The technique is simply that you have one sub-agent that is meant to attack the system, find every possible way of being hostile towards it. And then you have a blue team, which is meant to defend this. And finally, you use a judge to figure out who of the two is right. This gives a pretty good review of the code base, and so all of them have access to the code base, right? They get limited context, so that their context is not polluted with what happened previously. Instead, what it really does is it takes the things and makes it really, yeah, basically makes a review that is not polluted with the previous context, and therefore much more clean and much more objective than it otherwise would have been. And also because we try to see both sides and then finally have a judgment call on it, we are much more likely to get a good result on this. Okay, so one thing we do need to address is that the bit stream seems to be quite bad. Okay, this seems to be a problem. I don't think I can change the settings while we are actually running the stream. So let's see. Yeah, so it says stop the stream, open your Rodecaster app on your computer. But the weird thing is, this used to work. So I'm quite curious whether this has to do with my new ISP or whether this is because of something else. We will need to work that out. So that's probably a ticket for after the stream to figure that out. But it should be able to do this. Definitely. Okay, so I just checked and it is already high. So that's not the issue. Well, upload is about 660 megabits per second, so that cannot be. Okay, this is a bit of a mystery why that happens to me. So let's see. Oh shoot, yeah, it could be parental controls or security inspection on the new one. A faulty or overloaded van port packet for yeah, that's not an option. My first router is very far away. Oh, but wait, I disabled LAN on this one, didn't I? I think I did. Let me just check that out. Let's just check this out, because somewhere here I'm pretty sure that I disabled the yeah, holy crap. Oh man, this is embarrassing. How do I make active? Let's just see what happens now. Oh, that actually goes to show that my... Let's see what happens if we do this. Hopefully this will fix the issue. It's not sure though. Let me recheck my connection. Holy shoot, that made the connection way more powerful. Yeah, okay. Let me bring this down here so you guys can see. Almost 1 gigabit upload and really good numbers. So clearly this it really has impacted things. That's most likely the reason. Let's just check this out and see if the stream has now fixed itself. It seems that it hasn't though. It seems like we're still running degraded. Oh wait, but that doesn't have anything to do with that, because the Rodecaster always goes over LAN. It never goes over WAN. Or at least I would think so. So that's actually not the issue. I did find another issue though. Let's see here. Switching, instant studio frame rate, output, network, so it's connected with Ethernet, choosing Ethernet. I wonder what happens if I switch this to Wi-Fi. I haven't even joined a network. This is definitely not the easiest thing I have tried to debug. Let's just check out if this does anything for the stream. So we're now connected. Okay, it does say that the stream is healthy and excellent now. It does seem like it's chopping up though. So one last thing is I should probably make, let me see, what network address does this have? So we need to make it so these are high priority addresses on the network. See, so the upload actually seems to be pretty poorly. Why is that? .3 megabits per second is what it's uploading with right now. And I am so confused about why this is being so slow. Maybe it has to do with a firmware update I did some time ago. Well, actually I did it just about at the end of last week. So this is super strange. Alright, so while we wait for this, let's just go ahead and approve some more stuff here, since we now have to do this manually. It does break my heart a bit to have to spend so much manual effort on getting code done, but it feels like we don't have any choice. Yeah, so I wonder if this is a thing with my Rodecaster. Okay, so there's no speed limit on Rotor. I wonder if there are any updates available. We can't see that now, can we? Available firmware. They're both the latest. Local recorder. What is this? Oh shoot, what did I change now? Yeah, okay. Monitor output. That was what that was. Getting back to this one. That's not the one we want. We want this one. I wonder what happens if we just do this. If we just stream this directly, is it a problem with scene building or is it something else? Okay, this was definitely not how I planned to spend the day. Okay, this is an absolute mystery to me. I think it might... And it's not the mixing of scenes either that's causing the issue here. Hey, I think we will end the stream here until I've figured out what's actually going on here, because this is not really useful at all. It's actually rather annoying. So many buttons to press. It's a SD card. I wasn't even aware of that. Could it be? Okay, this might be what we simply just try to do. See if we can get OBS to do this, but I would actually really like this to run on the rotor. Okay, I think we're going to stop the stream here. I'm going to debug this. I have no clue what's actually going on. So I'll see you again tomorrow.